Hi, I'm Courtney Biscuits and I'm here to type your favorite characters. But what good is that going to do you if you don't even know what I'm talking about? If you're on this video and on this channel, you probably got here by looking up a fandom you're a part of or a character that you like. I made this channel to explain why I think different characters are different Myers-Briggs types. But you may be asking yourselves, what is Myers-Briggs anyway? Well, I'm here to tell you. Now, if you haven't already, you can go ahead and take this time to like and subscribe. If you like and subscribe, you'll get notified every time I make a video, and one of those videos could be about a fandom you're a part of. Now, down to business. The Myers-Briggs Personality Type Indicator, or MBTI, or even just Myers-Briggs, is a personality profile based off of 4 basic concepts. Are you introvert or extrovert? Intuitive or sensing, thinking or feeling, and judging or perceiving. Each type gets a letter. I am introverted, intuitive, feeling, and perceiving. So my type is INFP. If I were an extrovert, it would be ENFP. And if I were a judger, it would be INFJ, and so on. There are 16 different letter combinations representing each type, and each type explains how you navigate the world and make decisions. Introvert versus extrovert. Introvert and extrovert have to do with how you create energy and recharge. If you're an introvert, you need alone time to recharge. And if you're an extrovert, you need to recharge by being around other people. That's it. That's it. That's all it takes. There's nothing else. Nothing. We don't talk about ambiverts around here. It has nothing to do if you're shy or friendly or even like being around people. There are plenty of introverts who are friendly and bubbly and love being around people, and there are plenty of extroverts who understand the value of alone time. Sensing versus intuitive. If you're a sensor, you like to experience life for exactly what it is. Your reality is based off of everything around you. You know how to use your surroundings to your advantage because the question you ask is, what is it? As an intuitive, the question you'll ask is usually, why is it? What makes it work? What are all the possibilities of it? As an intuitive, you have a tendency to live inside your own mind and explore the theoretical possibilities of things instead of, reality, like the outside world. Like the sensors do. That's where they really shine. They're just so much better at it. One is not better than the other. We really need both. And if you go on the internet, you're going to find a lot of stuff about one being better than the other. Don't listen. It's not true. Don't listen to the internet. Don't. We need both. They're both great. They're both great. Don't listen to the internet. Thinking versus feeling. Both thinkers and feelers go by what has value to them. Feelers go by off of what has personal value, and thinkers go by what has objective, impersonal, and useful value to them. Feelers do have a tendency to be more people-oriented, while thinkers have a tendency to be more task-oriented. But both thinkers and feelers have the capacity for rational thought and real emotional depth. Again, do not go by off of what is on the internet. Feelers are not some irrational, totally incompetent little cinnamon roll that can't control how they feel. And thinkers are not some illogical robot incapable of emotions. I am thinker robot. What are feelings? How do I do a heart? I know how to do a heart. Okay. Perceiving versus judging. Perceiving versus judging has to do with how we plan things. Judgers like to have things planned out and like to know where they're going. They have a tendency to make schedules and pro-con lists, and even can be a little bit more decisive. Even if they're not decisive at first, even if they may be a little bit indecisive at times, once they make a decision, they stick with it. Perceivers like to have things a little bit more up in the air. They don't want to have every single detail of their life planned out, or even their hour planned out, or even the next minute planned out. Hey, what you gonna be doing in the next 10 seconds? I don't know, I'll get off my case, whatever I want. They may have a little bit more trouble sticking to decisions than judgers because they see good in all the options and don't want to miss out on anything. Sometimes you'll hear the letters A and T, which stands for assertive and turbulent, but they are not officially part of the Myers-Briggs wording. In fact, only one specific website uses them, and that website also uses some wording that's just sort of off. So the official wording and the official lettering of the Myers-Briggs is what I've been using previously. And you're really not going to need to worry about assertive and turbulent for any of my videos. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then even better. Now that we've gone over the letters, we're almost not even anywhere close to being done. We're not done. There's so much more. Now it's time to go over the cognitive functions. This is sort of like a level 2 of the Myers-Briggs profile. If you just have a passing knowledge or maybe you've taken a test a couple times, you may not know these. The cognitive functions are kind of where it all got started. A long time ago, a man named Carl Jung, it's a German word, it's a German guy, so it's a German word, so I'm going to pronounce it German like Jung. That's probably not even right, because who knows. Anyway, a long time ago, Carl Jung came up with the cognitive functions, as well as some other stuff. He came up with the collective consciousness, he helped Joseph Campbell with his archetype stuff. If Freud is the father of psychology, then Carl Jung is like the uncle. Not really, that's not a thing. No one else says that but me, I'm the only one who says that. A little while later, a mother-daughter duo, Catherine Cook Briggs and Isabel Briggs Myers. A little while later, Catherine Cook Briggs and Isabel Briggs Myers sort of condensed the whole thing into the Myers-Briggs profile that we know today. But it's founded on the original 8 cognitive functions by Carl Jung. The cognitive functions are introverted feeling, extroverted feeling, introverted thinking, extroverted thinking, introverted intuition, extroverted intuition, and introverted sensing, and extroverted sensing. Seems like a pattern, doesn't it? Each type has a different function stack. ESTJ, for instance, has a stack of extroverted thinking, introverted sensing, extroverted intuition, and introverted feeling. As you can see, even though an ESTJ is an extrovert, sensor, and a thinker, they still have intuitive, feeling, and introverted functions. Their first 2 functions, extroverted thinking and introverted sensing, are what they rely on to navigate the world. And their last 2 functions, extroverted intuition and introverted feeling, are where they may have some trouble and need some help. An ESTP has the function stack of extroverted sensing, introverted thinking, extroverted feeling, and introverted intuition. Once again, they do have feeling and intuitive functions, but they're at the bottom because they don't rely on them as much as they do the first 2. Introverted feeling. Introverted feeling has to do with authenticity. People who lead with introverted feeling strive to be as true to themselves as possible, and usually have a few core values that they won't break no matter what. People with introverted feeling relate to other people on a personal level and have true empathy because they know what the other person is going through because they have been through it themselves. These types strive to be as individualistic as possible and aren't really concerned with what society thinks or social norms. In fact, they often go to great lengths just to reject them. Types that lead with introverted feeling are INFP and ISFP. Extroverted feeling. Extroverted feeling is all about harmony and has to do with group mindset. People with extroverted feeling form strong bonds with people who they view as friends, And once they've decided you are their friend, you are in their group. Forever. There is no escape. They're often willing to put aside their own needs for other people and don't want to do anything to disrupt or go against the group. These people show empathy by putting others first and really picking up the vibes of the people around them. Types who lead with extroverted feeling are ENFJ and ESFJ. Introverted thinking. Introverted thinking has to do with accuracy. Not only do they want to complete the task, but they want to make it perfect, and will oftentimes get caught up in the little details just trying to perfect a project. These types are constantly making connections between ideas, and are constantly cross-referencing these connections in their own internal framework. Types who lead with introverted thinking are INTP and ISTP. Extroverted thinking. Extroverted thinking has to do with effectiveness. They're just trying to complete the task, and they don't really care if it's perfect. It's more about the external structure of the world, and less about the internal framework and making ideas connect. And they aren't too worried about perfection as long as the job gets done. Types that lead with extroverted thinking are ENTJ and ESTJ. Introverted intuition. Introverted intuition are future-oriented thinkers. They can see all the possibilities of what will happen and then narrow it down to the most likely outcome. They are big picture thinkers and are usually focused on a future goal. Types who lead with introverted intuition are INFJ and INTJ. Extroverted intuition. Extroverted intuition is more like a map where everything's connected. These types will make random connections between things and events and are very good at pattern recognition. They want to know why things work and what are the possibilities for everything. Types that lead with extroverted intuition are ENFP and ENTP. Introverted sensing. Introverted sensing is all about sense memory. It knows something works because it's worked in the past. These types are always categorizing information and calling on past memories to help them navigate the world. Types with introverted sensing are ISFJ and ISTJ. Extroverted sensing. These people love new experiences and take the world for what it is. They are great at living in the present and living in the moment, and are able to use their surroundings to their advantage. Types who lead with extroverted sensing are ESFP and ESTP. Each type uses its functions in a different way. Our first function is used to navigate the world, and our second function is used to filter our perception of it. So our first two functions are what guide us through life. Our last two functions are kind of where we need some work. We use our third function to comfort ourselves and to have fun. And our last function is kind of where we're at our weakest. For example, an INFP and an INTP could use their third function of introverted sensing to maybe eat some food or watch a movie from their childhood to comfort themselves with nostalgia, while an ENFJ or an ENTJ can use their third function of extroverted thinking to maybe be a little indulgent with food or drink or external sensations. Because an ISFJ and an ISTJ have inferior extroverted intuition, they may have trouble wrapping their heads around new ideas or even be completely rejecting of a new way of doing things. With ESTP and ESFP, their inferior introverted intuition might have them focus on all the negative outcomes of something, and they may let their imagination run away with them. Alright, well I guess that sums up everything for now. Be sure to like and subscribe so you... that's the most important part. Alright, that about sums it up. Now you can watch videos of your favorite characters and actually know what I'm talking about. Be sure to like and subscribe so you can see more videos of your favorite characters and what Myers-Briggs type they are. Also, follow me on Facebook, Courtney Biscuits, spelled and spaced and everything the exact same way, to see more videos on there as well. Also, if you don't know what type you are, I put my favorite test in the description below. And I like it because it's easy to understand and it's the most accurate, and I think it's the best test. Once you've taken the test, be sure to tell me what you are in the comments, and tell me if you think that your cognitive functions line up that way or how you use your inferior cognitive functions. Just let me know what type you are. I want to know. I also want to know what kind of videos you want to see. So if there's a certain character you want to see a video about, just let me know in the comments below. Alright, I'm Courtney Biscuits, and I look forward to typing your favorite characters. Don't forget to like and subscribe.